We're going to chat about that now. Why women lie. All right, so Charmaine says she's hearing. Wonderful. I just giving you all time to be able to call your friends and to press share on your phone, on your tablet, whatever it is, and share it on your page so that we all could be part of it. I want everybody to hear this one here tonight. Yes, yes. Good evening, Candice. I know you're coming from another broadcast. Tonight you're a busy woman. All right, so how are you all doing? Hot weather and sparse rain. Imagine that. What a thing that we're experiencing here. All right, so over the last couple of weeks, I hope that you have been joining us and you've been enjoying what we've been sharing. We've been trying to share things that would help you to think deep. We don't always give a pronouncement on our position, but we'd like people to know it. Hey, Miguel, my girl, Sparkling. Hello, good evening. Lisel, come right in. Good weather, you say, eh? I tell you. All right, well, let's say it's a good weather. All right, so if you are looking for private confidential counseling, I would suggest that you call me at 868-688-5363. That is 868-688-5363. And hello, we could hook you up. We can have it, and people have been asking whether we do overseas. I know a couple of people have called, and yes, we do overseas. We do on Zoom. We do virtual counseling. Up to last night, I've been doing with one particular country, and I've done over the last couple of nights. We're doing different countries and Caribbean and overseas too. So, yep. You could get it online, private, anonymous if you want. No video if you like. Yes, sir. All right. So, why women lie? Let me tell you. You'll see coming out from this first presentation that I'm going to give something that comes out very, very clearly. That the research shows that women tend to lie just as much as men. I think they said 4% more men lie. But if it is 100%, then women lie very close to 100%. So let's not think that that is a significant difference. One of the things that you'll also realize is that when women lie, there seems to be a justification for the lies. Yeah? By their very own women folk. Like they have a cabal, a gathering together of people who will say, listen, this is how it is. So I watch the news and read the newspapers every so often. And if a man abuses a woman, he's a wicked fella. And he's this and he's that. And they call it the man all kind of names. I'm not here to say whether that is justified or not. But here's what happened. When a woman abuses a man and does the same thing, they don't call her names and they don't say that she has no right to do it. The lie is, you see the comments that people put. She must have been suffering a long time for she to do that. There's always a justification for why she needs to do it. But when it's a man, there's no justification at all. Well, tonight we ain't pulling out no plugs for them. Or you come get me. You see? Lie is lie. It does not matter who lying. I'm not justifying for men and I will not justify for women. But I'm reading an article from Joel Johnson, a 2011 article, but it was updated since then. And the writer of this article, I don't know, but seemed to give good reasons. When all the lies seem to have a good reason why women lie. They would tell me I have to come good because most of my listeners are women. Me again, I don't live by them, and they may have to buy me meals. Them is the two things I need: place to live and thing to eat. So I ain't care about that. John Phillips, yeah. Rock and come in, my dear. Woodbridge, Virginia. I wonder if you're in work there. You're in work? She's a nurse, eh? Dedicated nurse. The type of breed of nurse that very rare today. All right. So I don't know if she's working or whether she's home with Joe. Yeah. So a woman wrote a book, Deep Dark Secrets. But here's what she called it. Little White Lies. She's writing about why women lie. And she calls it Little White Lies. So remember last week we said, if that somebody in high recognition, a priest, a religious person, says something that is untrue, it's called a white lie. If it is in the court, perjury. If it is a politician, it's falsehood. But when it comes to a relationship between man and woman, it's lie, black lie. Lie is lie. Frida, I hope you're feeling better. I understand you weren't too well. I wanted to connect with you, but good to see you on. Shondell, Stuart, good evening to you. A daughter-in-law. Umadara, Guyana, good evening, good evening. All come in. Glenda, all come in, man. So there's always this configuring of the lie. So I'm saying, no, listen to what this lady said. Her name is Susan Barash. In her book that she wrote, The Truth About Why Women Lie. This is the truth about why women lie. And here's what she said. Women have been told that they need to be a good girl, well brought up and pristine and to protect themselves, etc. But he's saying that women therefore lie to keep those secrets safe. So it's not to say to hide the secret, to keep it safe, which means you keep something safe that you want to hold on to. You understand? We didn't use that phrase when it came to the men last week, or keeping something safe. You only keep something safe that you don't want to lose. You understand? So the lie is to keep it safe. Plain speaking, bad man, that man, and give Jack his jacket and Jim his gym boots. A lie is a lie, regardless who it is. Absolutely. Nice that you're feeling better. So she says that women still feel the need to lie as a coping or survival mechanism. People who are surviving mean that they are dying and they want to stay alive, so they're surviving. When men lie, it's no survival issue they're in. They're lying because they're too so-and-so liar. That's what they say. But now that women lie, it is to survive. It's the only way we live. So we've got to lie. You understand? You see the lie inside of it already? If I keep something and I didn't tell you, it's not a lie. All right? All easier. Anyway, so they say it is for a survival mechanism, which means the only way they could survive is this: they lie. They have to lie through life. Victimhood. Yes. And what it says this author, Barash. When you are not in charge, you lie to save face and maybe your own neck. Only her neck needs to be saved. Man don't lie to save their neck. I lie because they're too wicked. I was really surprised that the person wrote this kind of thing. Yeah? So you might forgive me if I go off on this tangent. So women lie to hide their true feelings. Well, of course, I'm going to accept that because man lie to hide their true feelings also. Right? But here's what. When they talk about that women lie to hide their true feelings, with men, it's different, but with them, here's what the true feelings are. She says they interviewed 500 women for her book. And she said the internal lies are subconscious because the truth is just too painful to acknowledge. Man do have pain to acknowledge, right? Even to themselves. So to survive, they have to lie because of all the things they've gone through. When the highest rate of suicide in Trinidad and Tobago particularly is among men. You think men committing suicide because they're kicking their heels in happiness? No, sir, at all. They're not doing that because of that. They're also going through stuff. They are also going through suffering. But he says that they do it because they are trying to manage their pain. So, because the truth is too much pain for them to acknowledge even to themselves. So consider that the woman whose husband is abusive, but she denies it because it would be too financially or socially difficult to leave. So she must lie. All right? So, I'll give me all the feedback, what all the think now. Sparkling said the truth hurts. Yeah, the truth hurts. You let me tell you, I've met men. I met a gentleman who was in jail. And something that he doesn't want to admit, but he did share it with me. And because I'm not going to call his name, but he's not the only one who has done it. That he's too ashamed that he has been raped by men. You think he don't have painful things to talk about too? Of course he does. So don't let us get all this carried away. That men have this nice, fanciful life with nothing to worry about. And now we're talking about all the lies. I hope I have time to bring another article that really gives you a better balance on why women lie. But this one, written by this woman, certainly ain't balance in my book. She loved him, so she would lie when the eye get black and she starts wearing shades. Yes, I accept that, Charmaine, that sometimes women lie because they have been abused. I take that. And that is no lie concerning that. They lie to protect their men. And they lie to protect their own reputation and image also. Yes? Hey, Joanna, nice. Joanna, St. Vincent, good to have you. All right. Beatrice, St. Paul, nice. Some women like to manipulate a situation. All right. You hear Lisa? Lisa is a balanced woman. Yeah. So Lisa is saying it as it is. So let me tell you this woman's article is so exciting. She has named these lies and she's calling them. The women lie typically fall into specific categories of deception. Categories of deception. One, and listen to the categories of deception. Deception is a bad word. Deception means falsehood. Deception means deceit. Deception means that you're surreptitiously trying to do something. That's what it means. But here's what she now gives these categories. Good names. Compassionate lies. That's what she called it. A compassionate lie. The compassionate lies are almost unique to females. No. I need to repeat that for all you because I sure all of you think I make this thing up. Yeah, you just Google it. Google, if you Google, I think it is why women lie. I think it is. Listen to what she's saying. She gives it deception for a good cause. Compassionate lies, she says. And she said they are almost unique to females. Females lie because of compassion, not men. If you did wicked things and you end up in jail, then you deserve whatever you get in there. All right, Sharon, I get you. All right. So Here's what she calls these lies. No article written about men lying calls any of his lies white lies. But here's what she continues to say, and I quote, these are almost unique to females, the compassionate lies. These are the white lies that often soften the harsh edges of reality and often sound like gentle cheerleaders. So it is to soften those harsh edges. So she's doing it compassionately. She's doing it for a good reason. So and they use some of the mundane things. When she tells another woman, that dress looks nice, she's being compassionate to the girl's feeling. When she tells somebody the dinner was fabulous, she's being compassionate. So it's white lies that only females mainly use. Men don't ever tell a woman that she's looking nice because he wants to hustle on to the shop. You see? So he don't tell white lies. All his lies are black. This is what she says. So simply the maneuvering, it's a maneuvering of language. We're using this way of coming across. So we talk about the compassionate lies. Listener, lies supposed to be a bad thing. Here's what she says, point number 2. So she says compassionate lies. Then she says, number 2, betterment lies. Betterment is a positive thing. Compassion is a positive thing. So even in the lies, the women are so still correct, so compassionate. So the betterment lies has the ability to improve the overall situation. That's why she's lying, to improve a situation, not to get things worse. No woman lies on a man that he has hit her when he never did. And if she does lie for that, it is because she's being compassionate and trying to better the man. Yeah? So her lie is justified. Yes, Miss Barash, the author of the book. Yeah? How could you say a thing like that? Betterment lie, she says. She calls it bread and butter of female lies. Those are her words, not mine. Bread and butter of female lies. And if you all start to recognize what's going on here already, well, I am sorry for you all. Yeah? So there's a good ticket that they have. So the bread and butter of female lies, it typically involves women doing what they feel they simply have to do for the people they love. And so therefore, because I love the people around me, I've got to lie for them. Usually their husbands and their children, so she can get off with that. These lies, for instance, often paint a rosier picture of family life or of a woman's sense of satisfaction with that life, which means she actually says that she's living a happy life. She and her husband getting along nice. She's proud of her children when she's saying she's lying for betterment. She's lying for a good reason. Yes? So often it paints a rosier picture of women and family life. Women also tell betterment lies to other women as part of an age-old game of female rivalry. Yeah? And I'm showing you the disparity between when they write about when men lie. Men lie in order to hide the wicked ways, they would say. But when a woman lies, they are saying women are lying because they have compassion and it is for betterment and it is always for a good reason. Yeah. I heard one lady say, anytime a woman says that she's been abused, we must believe her. I was doing the interview and she was a guest on my program. And I said, do you mean, I'm taking it that you mean that anytime a woman says that she is abused, it must be investigated. Is that what you are saying? He says, no, she must be believed because she will not lie about a thing like that. Well, heaven help me. Heaven help me. If this is what some women really believe and some people really believe, these women lie for no reason at all. That is a lie itself. You see? How are you telling me that every time a woman says she is abused, every last one of those women are telling the truth? You know how many men have gone to jail? You know how many men have lost their house, have been put out of the house, have been given restraining orders because of lies? You tell me that is compassionate and betterment? Man, listen. But this is what the lady says. The lady continues. Usually their husband and children, and these lies, for instance, often point a rosier picture of family and so on because of, she gives the reason. She gives another reason. So we talk about the compassionate lies, she said, that women tell, the betterment lies that women tell, and the survival lie. The survival lie. This is the lie that she says is used to protect a secret that seems too large for honesty. A lie a woman feels is necessary. A lie, and I'm just quoting her, a lie that a woman feels is necessary to preserve her current living situation. So you have justified lies, but only justified again in these cases. These are the lies about a baby, she says, conceived when her husband was out of town. Listen to the example she has given. These are the lies about babies conceived when her husband was out of town, and she conceived the baby while his husband is out of town. She calls it survival lies. To keep alive. In order, it's a lie she needs to give. A lie that he says that is to preserve her, that a woman gives, because it seems too large for honesty to be present at that time. So you must give the lady a lie that she's going to be, she has to lie to survive. And she says that that is one of them. Now, if a man lies about a child he has, what is that called? Is that a survival lie? Is that a survival lie? If he has a child and he denies it, he's a deadbeat dad, he will be called. And she continues, the husband is out of town, he's being let, or about real reasons for being let go from a job. These are the lies that are sometimes carried out through silence as much as they are with words. And she says also, interestingly, women justify beneficial lies as being more important than the truth. Well, I think she's now giving not her position, she's giving what she says, that women tend to justify beneficial lies, which means the lies have benefit, as being more important than the truth, which means truth in a woman's case, in some of these cases, truth is not beneficial. So you might as well lie for it. So she says, for example, finance. You have to lie about finance, credit history, in order to move forward in life, because she can't move forward unless she actually lies about those things. And it is beneficial. So we should be able to say, in a country, we should ban lies from men and give women full authority to lie, because they need to survive, they need to be compassionate with their lives, and they need to be able to, what was the third one? To be, it's a betterment lie. That's what she says. I want to hear what you women say. I want to know whether all you support this thing that the lady is saying. Joseph. Joanna says, lying is wrong on all levels and should never be justified. Joan said, survival lie, oh my word. Yeah, this is the lady, check it. She wrote a book. What is the name of the book? She's the author of Little White Lies, Deep Dark Secrets. She said she interviewed over 500 women. Susan Barash. That's the author. All right. So, she said, Interestingly, women justify beneficial lies as being more important than the truth. I think she's more or less just repeating. I don't get this impression that this is her opinion. She's now really just saying that this is what she found. Lying about finances, such as credit history, in order to move forward in an important business deal, for example, would be explained away as hurting no one, but helping someone. These are results of her research that she says. Well, listen to what the article, this is a 2011 article by Julie Johnson. Listen to what they said. And I quote, "It's nearly impossible for women not to lie," insists Barash. Let me say that again. The author said, according to the person who wrote the article, quoting the author, "It is nearly impossible for women not to lie. There are certainly lies that keep us civilized and keep a smooth social machine going. But other lies are devious or damaging and can even prevent someone from getting the help they need, such as the case of an abused wife or a child with a drug problem." And then they came down and they tried to put a little balance here now in the last part of it. This is a feminist poet, Adrienne Rich, who says, offers another compelling argument for why women should lie less. This is a feminist poet, Adrienne Rich. Now, in the final sentence in this article, offers another compelling argument for why women should lie less. When a woman tells the truth, she is creating the possibility of more truth around her. End of the article. And that's the only one sentence you're going to get on that one. Patricia Alexander says, lying has consequences. Yep. Sharon, you say madness now? Uh-huh. Patricia, nice having you. Right. So let's interrogate some of these things. Which are these here come under the rubric? I'm going to go compassionate lie, betterment lie, survival lie. Which ones of these come under that rubric? When a woman gets pregnant for a man, knowing full well she has had more than one man, and knowing full well that the man she's with is not the father, and she lies and has that man paying maintenance for some 10, 12 years for a child that is not his, is that compassionate lie, betterment lie, or survival lie? Or literally, what is the good reason she's giving that for a man to think of such a thing? We said sometime a gentleman was telling me that how old his children was, 9 years old, 8, 9, one was 9, one was 8 or something. So wanted to take the children out of the country, and I think they said he needed to get something to show he is the father with authority to take the children out. And for one reason or the other, he went and got a paternity test and realized these 2 children he has been father to for 8 years. Neither of them is his. Yes? What kind of lie is that? Is that a betterment lie? Glenda said that is survival lie. Well, I know all have been surreptitious, you know. I know all have been, this is a situational lie, says Joe. Lisa says a betterment lie. Survival lie, says Alicia. Yes, Unda. All lies lying. Yeah. So when a man wants to see about his child, wants to visit his child and have visitation rights, want to be part of the child's life. But because the man and the woman have separated and the man is in a new relationship and she accuses that man of ill-treating his own child, which is not true, but just so that the court does not allow him access to his own child because you're already upset that he went on and moved on to another relationship. Is that betterment lie, survival lie, or is it compassionate lie? Landon says it is nasty lie. Well, the author didn't put that one, but all right, we gonna take that land now. All right, and Joe says survival lie. You try to survive. Lie should not be supported. There's Sharon. Yeah? How come she never come up with any of these things? That all of a sudden she got this book with 500 women. She's able to come up with all these nice, soft, soaping reasons for lying. Compassionate. Yeah? And it's for her to survive. It's the only way she could survive. And I don't know where that you'll get a statement such as this. Compassionate lies are almost unique to females. Where did that come from? What kind of research comes up with that? What is it about women that make them to be so inclined to lie because of compassion only, and never lying out of vindictiveness, never lying out of hatred, never lying out of manipulation? Yeah. All the people and them who was on last week when we were talking about why men lie in relationship. So I ignore. I'll go on to this other. This is Connecticut Post, and this article is written by Natasha Ivanovic. Why women lie, and she gives some reasons why she thinks it's okay. Why women think it is okay to lie to a man. Yeah, I think I give more recognition to this, even though all of it may have their own issues with it. But yes, why women lie? So let's take number one, which is also the same reason that was put why men lie. This number one here, they don't want to hurt the person, and that came up with the men also. So we could understand that. That's some little balance. Yeah. Yes, Joe. Yes, Joe. Joan call it kitty power. Some have said the power of the V. I wonder if you know what I mean by that. Hey, Anzi, St. Lucia in the house. Nice. Good, good. So they said that women lie. This different article here, not that first one. Because they don't want to hurt somebody else, and so on. Because sometimes you do something wrong, and you don't want to hurt the person with the information of what you have done wrong. So it usually backfires, she said, that ends up in your feelings being even hurt. But that's another story. Maybe she doesn't like something about you, but thinks it's better to her to keep it to herself. Yeah? And we'll give an example as to how women lie not to hurt a man. If a woman, they're in copulation, yeah, you know what I mean by copulation? They're in copulation. But the man did not bring her to satisfaction. However, put in all the children this already 19. But the man did not bring her to satisfaction. Some women do lie in order not to hurt the man. I know that. Yeah? So she'll spare his feelings for that. That is one of the compassionate lies talking about with the other author. Yeah. But they also says that that is why some men lie to spare the hurt for the other woman. Yeah. Some women very sensitive, and you may ask whether she may ask whether you feel that she's too fat. He may lie and say, no, you got, I like you just so, to spare a feeling. Compassionate lie. So we could take that. Yeah. Sharon say, absolutely, we know what's the power of the V. All right. Franca, women lie to protect feelings. Yep, that's right. June say, yes, wish they hurry up and done. Yeah. Sometimes it taking too long, and sometimes it little mundane. Second thing that this article says that women lie is that she doesn't want to look bad. This song more balanced. This article song more balanced. Because I could understand somebody lying, it's not justification for it. But she's trying not to look bad, which means inherently she knows that she has done something bad. Not like the other article that seemed to think that she is doing it and she is pristine. So because of that, she was lying in order to be able to look. So that's a little example. If a man is with a woman and he asks you, how many men have you had? She may not want to look bad. She may have made some mistakes in her life. She may have gone the wrong road, but she may have rehabilitated herself, but doesn't want her past to dog her. So it is saying that she may lie not to look bad. And that also one can understand, because that also shows up with the men. So we got to take that. Thirdly, they want their lie to be true. Now, this was very interesting. Women lie because they want their lie to be true. And I wondered about that. What is it she means about that? So, because we make mistakes, and those mistakes we are not proud of, we begin to, is it they call that reaction formation, where you say things that supposed to give it a good angle to avoid the bad repercussion or intent that it may have. So you may say that you love your husband, or that you're happy in your relationship. Not, it is because you're not trying to preserve yourself, but you're hoping that this is what you actually get out of life. We're making it, man. We're making it. Yeah. Yeah, he there. We're going good. I love him, and so on. And we have a marriage going good, and so on, because that is what you want. I can understand. Lisa, you call it a cover-up lie. Hey, by the way, if you all want, you could call 868-688-5363. Let me say that again. You could call in. You could use WhatsApp and call in. That is free. That is 868-688-5363. I'd like to hear some of all the talk on this. So Lisa says, Jacob applies. Spare no feelings if you did not enjoy the flight. You need to be truthful about it. Who cares if the pilot feels badly? No, man, Sharon. No, man. Sharon, you telling me. Sharon, you're easy. Don't Bob, you not reach. Or when all it put you. Let me tell you. What is I forget which one. Oh yeah, Sharon is saying, don't spare the person feeling. I am not suggesting that you're lying. But if you didn't enjoy, do you have to actually be so brutally honest and say it wasn't good? If you go home by somebody, they took their time, invited you over for dinner, and you had the meal and so on, they work hard to please you. And when you are leaving, they ask you, how was your dinner? You're really going to say, oh, it was too salty? I find the meat, the bone, I find the rice was a bit rubbery. You're really going to say that? No. But you don't have to lie. Oh, I appreciate the meal. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the effort you went through it. That's not a lie. You just say the things that are true. But Shahan is saying, tell them it. If you didn't enjoy the sex, you just say it. A pilot shouldn't have any problem with the feelings if you didn't like the ride. That's what she says. Joan, hey, no man should ask that question. Best answer for him, I could count them on one hand. Why a man shouldn't ask that question? Let me tell you. And probably all the men all the back me, man. But most of the people on this show that be women. Yeah. But a man that like to know, because it's an ego issue. He has like to know. He scored. He enjoyed it. You're flat out. So he does like to know, and sometimes he does ask. Answer me? So, and he likes to say, yeah, he'd say, yes, that's nice. That's good. John Bob said, tell the truth. Oh boy. Let me tell you, I want to suggest a policy. It's a policy that I come up with. When you speak, speak the truth, but not every truth you need to speak. So that saves you the life. When you speak, speak the truth. As long as you're going to talk, talk the truth. But not every truth you need to speak. There's some truth, you just hold it in your heart. Sharon says she's going to be brutally honest. Sharon, I sorry for your man, you know. He had to perform proper every time, or else his ego shot. Lisa said you can look at and talk about the good. I agree with you, Lisa. Just pick out the good and just mention the good part. Yeah. Yes. So she said that women lie because they want what they lie about to be the truth. Ted Jones, but you had one miserable school child that's walking in class late. You should stand up in quadrangle. When last all you hear the word quadrangle? Joanna, men shouldn't be asking questions if they don't want to hear the truth. Joanna, oh gosh, oh Joanna, I didn't picture you be to be like that man. Oh gosh, spare the man now. He must perform, mate. So what do you think it is? A drum roll? This is a concert? So secrets and lies, two different lies. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue. What time is it? She's hiding her past is why she lies, says this one. And I could understand this one here too. You see, there are certainly some things in her past that wouldn't want the guy she's interested in to find out. You see, it's not justifying it. But let's say that a lady was with somebody and she had a little fling with that person's best friend or close relative or brother. Would she want to lie about that when she's now trying to settle down and restore the relationship? No, I say it's not a justification. Eh? We could understand why she lied. Not the other things that this lady talked about, compassion and survival and all of these things. You see? But she would lie because she does not want her past to now come and dictate how things happen. Same thing with a man. If a man was unfaithful and now he gives that up and he settled down, and that this is 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and so on, he may want to hold that secret and not create an issue of something that was in the past. I want to repeat, it is not a justification. It's an explanation. All right? Fight in your class. All right, Sharon. If you care about him, tell him. All right, let me talk about that. Let us talk about that, Joan. If you care about him, tell him which corner to go to make it right. Practice and you'll become perfect. All right? But come to think of it, that's not a bad idea because he needs to know. So it really comes to the motive as to why you're telling him. You're telling him so that he can improve. But you don't want to tell him just because you're not happy and you tell yourself you want to be honest. What do you all think? John is saying tell the man which corner to go and how to handle his stories, how to handle business. She feels that that level of honesty is necessary. I think I could understand that. I'm not going to fight it. But tell me what you all think. All right, let me see what Precious Ellie says. Precious says, sometimes the men use your past as weapons to hurt you. I will take that also, Ellie. You see, I'm not lying for men. That happens. Women also use a man's past to lie, to hurt him too. But I take what Precious is saying. Sometimes women are scared and afraid to open up, especially if they were in a bad relationship before. Yes. If a woman has been molested by a relative, she is also want not to expose that. You see? So if the man did not talk about it, neither would I. Okay. Totally agree with you, Precious. If you care about him, tell him which corner to go isn't always the right thing to do. Right, so Charmin doesn't agree with you totally. Joan, Charmin says it's not always the right thing to do. Lisa says you should tell him, but where and how is very important. Yeah, because I'll tell you, we have a fickle ego. And because we think we're good at what we do, and we think that we always scoring, and half the time that we think we're scoring, we ain't scoring. They say 8 out of 10 women lie about their sex experience. They fake it. That's what they say. And probably that's why some men that like to ask, to know, was that a fake? Well, was it good? Did you enjoy that? Huh? Yeah. You have to ask. What is the corner thing all you're talking? Jones, Edwards, that is why you should come in early. You know, come inside, know, asking about the corner thing we be talking about. Yeah, I'll tell you that after the show, Edward. Shami said they fake it to make it. Yes. I'm tempted to ask you all out there, how many of you all have ever faked it? But all of my lie. I'm not faking anything, said Sharon. Sharon, the man is working sawmill. And he working, sweating himself out. And you will just be there watching lumberyard mash up. And you just sit down there, just watching it. You're not faking that? Man, I had to pray for you, Sharon. More Manuelin says, I believe that the past should remain in the past. Sometimes when you open up to them, they start looking at you differently. I think I could understand you, Manuelin. There are some things in the past that should just remain in the past. However, there are some things in the past that resurrect in the present. And then the person will want to know why you never told me. So I mean, it's such a dicey situation. Yeah. We have 5 more minutes. So let me see how I could catch up with all of this thing that you're going on here with on Facebook. I believe that the past should remain in right. Okay, Charmin also agrees that the past should remain in the past. Joan said, yes, I have faked it many times in my teen days. Yeah, see? Look at honest woman. Look at honest woman. She said yes, she faked it. And that's what the statistic says. We have to work with what we have. And limited, sometimes some men are put under so much pressure to perform that causes them to underperform and deflate the ego and other things. Glenda Allen said sometimes the past comes back and hurt you. That is right. The past always resurfaces in some form or manner. I have faked it when I wasn't in the mood. See? There you go, Shami. That's right. Yeah. Fight in a class. That's a big class. That's a big school. So tell me, people, in the next couple of minutes that we have, because I can't go on to nothing else here. Because this lady gave so many reasons. She says she has 11 reasons. So I can't complete all. But this one, she says, at number 9, that a woman is a poor manipulator. And somebody mentioned that earlier. She is a poor manipulator. Take that. All right. Tell me, people, if a person has been in an unfaithful situation, should that person come clean with their spouse and tell his spouse, or lie and let the relationship move on? So only tell me what you think. Okay? Should the person lie, or should they come clean and then move on? Which is it you think? Joan says, come clean. Wow. Joan, what if the person that they say it is shock you again? Sharon say, come clean. Nikisha say, come clean. Said Joan say, lie to me, baby. Patricia Alexander, come clean, because what in the dark will come to light. The Bible verse says, be sure your sins will find you out. Alicia Sundar says, the truth will set you free. Several say the truth and they don't believe you, so you lie. Says Sharon. My come clean, it is what it is. Joanna say, hey, all of these ladies want a man to come clean. So I'm going to ask all of this one, you know. If you, some unsuspecting event, and you flirt, get yourself encountered, and you do a thing, one night stand as a lady, would you come clean to your man? Only answer that, baby, before we close. Tell me if you will come clean. If you were unfaithful, would you come clean? You want, we agree that we said, listen, let the man come clean. Let me hear what you say now. Sparkling says, repentance is good, but many do it just because of your standards. All right. Joe. June said, no way. Don't come to me with that. Sandra wants you to hurt her with the truth. Wow. Jones, I would not volunteer, but if he asks, I'll be honest. I can take that, Jones. Yeah, but we have two Jones on. Joe Phillips, Pierre, and Joe Bob. I can understand that Joe Bob. Share go hands up the information. But if it come, she going down. Joanna say what don't hurt. What you don't know, don't hurt you. This is the same Joanna. Joanna, my lady, my dear Vincentian friend, who just said earlier on that the man should come clean. Now that we're talking it from the woman's side, she's the one unfaithful. Joanna is now saying, what you don't know won't hurt you. Now let's see what's going on. Especially women deal with this way better than men, and some men don't recover. Sharon says she will come clean. There are more fish in the sea. Sharon is a dangerous woman. He must spill the beans. Nikisha says she can spill the beans, boy. What I not see, heart not grieve. Yeah, Ted, you have to talk to Sharon, boy. She's a horse of a different color. All right. Lisa said time and place is key. Yeah, I think that has to be taken into consideration. I think also you have to take into consideration, just before we go, you have to take into consideration what would you want the person to do if the tables were turned. Would you want them to come clean? And if you would want them to come clean, shouldn't you come clean? Should you also come clean with them if you want them to be able to be as honest and forthright and forthcoming as you yourself should be? That is important. And also, especially if you know that the thing is going to blow at some time or the other, shouldn't you say the truth up front so that you don't have that problem? I don't say you don't want to know. Do something like so said Nikisha. Me? Well, I don't know, do I want to know? That's a hard one. That is a hard one. I don't want to know. Sometimes the heart not good. You see? Sometimes we just want to know the truth, but we're not prepared to handle the truth. Sharon says she answered the question, but she's not. I am not an unfaithful woman. Sharon? Okay. Manulin says, just be honest with each other and let things fall into place. And Joan Pierre says, it comes back to haunt you. All right. So you're, we supposed to, let me see if I have the topic for next week one time. I wonder if I have it here. I might have to give it that. But I want you all to join me next week Thursday. Next week Thursday, we're going to continue. And there was a topic that I wanted us to deal with. I can't remember it is. But I'll probably promote it before. Yep. And if there's a topic, by the way, if there's a topic that you would like to hear, that you want us to talk about, then just send me a message on WhatsApp on 868-688-5363. Send me a message on WhatsApp and say, listen, I want you to discuss this. Because sometimes you want to raise a topic, but don't want to raise it yourself, but you want somebody else to raise it. Are you willing to raise it? I live by me, so I could raise it. Yep. All right. So people, lovely. Thank you all so much for being on. As always, we enjoyed having you on, and we look forward to seeing you next week, Thursday, 8 o'clock. I'm Michael Stewart, and we will see you next week. You take care between now and the weekend. Enjoy your weekend and enjoy your time. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your family. Spend time with your family. It is awesome and it is worthy. Good evening. I'm Michael Stewart. And we will see you next week. You take care between now and the weekend.